Now you and Jake, did you guys meet? Because you used to be in the Boxcar Children. Was that how you guys met, or did you know him
Yeah,
longer?
yeah. So Jake, I met
Jake Lyle, the bassist, the great bassist from
the
Condor and Jaybird.
the great, yes. I was gonna say late grade, but he's not late. The He's a different kind of late. He just shows up places late. Um, the Yeah. So me and him were working at Best Buy. This would have been in 2008. We were working at Best Buy together, and that's how I met him. We were both like 18 or 19, and yeah, I would have been 19, and I was in the me and my other Beatbox Card Children started with two people, me and my homie Jordan, and he produced the beats, and then we both rapped, and then we we slowly started. We got like a drummer. We're like, okay, we'll just leave the drums off the track when we perform, and the drummer will play along to them. So we slowly we're trying to like get our live set to be more dynamic, and then we met Jake, and Jake was like, "Hey, I play bass." I think he was in a band that had just broke up or something like that, and he's like, "Hey, I play bass," and we were like, there was a guy that we knew too that was trying to, we were like practicing with here or there, trying to get him to play guitar, and he was like, "Hey, I play bass," and we're like, "Oh, if we could get him to play bass." Well, anyway, he had a friend who played guitar, and he was like, "Hey, I got a friend that plays guitar too. He's sick." So we were like, well, shit. So we had to go back and we had to learn. So Jordan would make beats with samples,
Mm-hmm.
and so we had to go back as a group and learn these songs, how to play them, play the sample,
Yeah.
which was really fun. But we started running into all these issues where like there was random so drum, guitar, bass. Well, we wanted to get away from the track altogether,
Mm-hmm.
but there was these random like collection of bits, like a second guitar part, a piano part, a synth part, a tambourine, whatever they mean,
Yeah.
like these like random. So I then switched and was this like whatever. I would switch what I was playing 4 or 5 times in a given set, and I stopped rapping, and so we just went to one front man who was rapping, and then we all learned this. He was still like a lot of times programmed the beats even like as time went on, and we would just learn the samples.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple songs we had where we would write them, but not very many. But yeah,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
that's that yeah. So we met at, that's a long way to say we met at Best Buy.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. I remember those days when you worked there. A long
Yeah.
time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's A1 since day one. Like he is one of those guys who we've been friends for a decade. And he's like a brother in a lot of ways. And there's been different times in those 10 years where like we maybe 6 months, maybe 2 years where we don't talk to each other at all,
Mm-hmm.
or like here or there.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 years when we're like, inseparable.
Oh, yeah.
So that's just how it is when you're friends with someone for a long time.
Right, right.
But yeah, that's the homie for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Like, I remember you told me a little while ago that you were in Beatbox Cartoon. I was like, what the fuck? Because I seen you guys way back a
Yeah.
long time ago. Like, that RME, I think. Not
Okay.
in the Redstone room, but the hall next to it
Yep.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I seen you guys at least once, and it was tight. It was really clean and shit.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that gig. Wasn't there somebody, I don't know if you stayed around, but there was someone afterwards that played a set with a trumpet, and they were really sick too.
Man.
I have just the vaguest memory of that.
Maybe.
But yeah, that was a really fun time. That was a really fun band to be in.
Yeah.
Like we weren't like party rap or like, but our vibe on stage was like that.
Hell yeah.
It was just a big party. We would always do this song at the very end of every set where I would actually play an xylophone, and it is a song called "Shake Your Pants," I think was the name of it, and it was totally just like, all right, this is the last song. This is your last chance to just like lose your mind and just dance and go nuts. And so we would try to get people to come up on stage with us and dance with us. So a lot of times I'd be like dancing and like trying to play the xylophone above my head. Luckily I'm tall, but like, I mean, it like I could have like busted someone's head open with
Yeah.
this thing, you know, and we're like getting knocked over and whatever. But yeah, that band was a lot of fun for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I miss it.
How long was it together?
Um, Maybe like 3 years or something like that. I think we broke up like 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of we were super young, so we were like at that time like 21, 22. But the dude he was the guy who started it, and he was the guy who made all the the beats and wrote all the raps. He was older. He's like 30, and he had his first kid,
Mm.
and he was just couldn't like keep. We would we wouldn't go on tour, but we'd take like whatever 4 or 5 day trip to Wisconsin and like stop in Rockford, stop wherever, Eau Claire, hit all these different spots, and then come back. But he couldn't keep doing that, and that
Yeah.
we were all like, that's what we want to do, you know.
Yeah.
So it came to an end.
It's a
But
damn shame.
kids ruin everything,
Oh
man.
no.